Allan Schroeder, what a life and what a ride. I knew the player, but not the man. I joined the Mavericks in 2025 and met a quiet leader with a competitive drive. Darryl never needed attention or praise. He led through his actions and steady ways. We spoke only briefly, a few times at most, so I cannot claim the friendship of those who were close. But I watched him lead. I watched him compete and saw the respect that followed his feet. From across the field, his character showed a generous heart beneath the load. There was something about him, quiet yet strong, that told you his values had guided him long. I knew the athlete, the manager, the man in command, but not the full story of his helping hand. I did not know how many lives he had touched, how freely he gave, or how deeply he loved. Only after his passing did I begin to see the measure of the man standing near me. The charities he supported, the doors he opened wide, and the countless people who benefited from his life. It leaves me wishing I had taken the time to know the heart behind that competitive mind. I stood in the presence of greatness, yet never fully knew the remarkable man that others already knew. But I will remember what I was fortunate to see: his quiet strength, his leadership, and his dignity. And when the Mavericks take the field once more, we will carry his spirit from dugout to score. This one is for Darryl, our leader and friend. His time with us may have reached its end, but the good that he gave and the lives that he changed will remain as his legacy forever engraved. I knew him only from a distance, it's true, but sometimes greatness still shines through. I knew the player, but now I understand the man, and I am grateful I once wore the uniform of his team, Ed Rose. Darryl's journey began in Houston, where he attended Lamar High School before continuing his education at the University of Houston. From that moment forward, he was a Cougar for life. His love for the university, especially Cougar baseball, became an important part of who he was. Alongside his wife, Lori, Darryl generously supported the program and helped create opportunities for future generations of student athletes. The naming of Darryl and Lori Schroeder Park stands as a lasting tribute to their commitment and generosity. It is more than a ballpark bearing their names. It is a symbol of Darryl's loyalty, his belief in young people, and his desire to give back to the university he loved. Once a Cougar, always a Cougar. The third stage of Darryl's life reveals the builder, leader, and visionary. His long and successful career reached across commercial real estate development, oil and gas fabrication, construction, and steel. He had the confidence to recognize opportunity, the determination to accept risk, and the leadership needed to turn a vision into reality. Darryl was not someone who simply talked about what might be possible. He brought together people, resources, and ideas, and then made things happen. Even at 80, he was still creating. One of his latest pursuits was developing the Bayou City Gun Club on his ranch near Brazoria. The projects and businesses Darryl created were impressive, but his greater achievement was the opportunities he provided and the people he helped along the way. Darryl did more than construct buildings. He built businesses, relationships, and the fourth stage of Darryl's life was defined by adventure. He never believed life should be watched from the sidelines. He hunted, fished offshore, played golf, drove fast cars, raced boats, water skied, and even learned to wake surf later in life. Darryl was also an accomplished pilot. earning both instrument and multi-engine ratings. Those who flew with him said no one could land an airplane better, but adventure was not always about speed or travel. Darryl also loved playing Farkle, craps, and blackjack. He valued family traditions, prepared Thanksgiving and Christmas meals, and took great pride in his famous chili. Whether he was flying above the clouds, crossing the water, heading into the outdoors, or cooking for family and friends, Darryl gave himself completely to the moment. He never stopped learning, exploring, or living, and he made every adventure count. The fifth stage of Darryl's life reveals the generous heart behind his success. Darryl believed achievement carried a responsibility to help others. He joined the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo in 1992 and spent more than 3 decades serving the organization, rising from committee member to director, vice president, and ultimately lifetime vice president. His generosity reached organizations supporting police officers, children, schools, veterans, animals, athletes, and families in need. Perhaps the greatest example was Noah's House. Darryl donated the land and built a 50-room residence for older adults with intellectual disabilities. He also provided a 24-passenger bus to help give its residents greater freedom and opportunity. Darryl did not give simply to receive recognition. He gave because he had the ability to make a difference. His success built businesses, but his generosity built hope. The final stage of Darryl's story begins where his heart always remained. With Lori, his children, his grandchildren, and the family he loved. Although I do not have their family photographs to share, their importance in Darryl's life must never be overlooked. Family came first, but Darryl also had another family, the teammates and friends who stood beside him on the softball field. His love for the game never faded. His teams won multiple Senior World Series championships. And even at 80, Darryl continued competing. Remarkably, he played softball the day before leaving on his final journey. I knew Darryl primarily as an athlete, sponsor, and leader. Only after his passing did I begin to understand the full measure of the man behind the uniform. The Bible says in 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7, I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. Darryl finished his course the same way he lived it, with courage, generosity, determination, and a love for life. The games will continue, and the Mavericks will take the field again. But Darryl's place in our lineup, our memories, and our hearts can never be replaced. Rest in peace, Darryl Allan Schroeder. Your family came first. Softball remained part of your spirit, and your legacy will live on forever.
Okay, here we go. All right, we're going to go live here to the 7th hole. And it's heading right toward the flagstick, and it might come up just a little bit short. That gorgeous swing never betrays him. Darryl again, back at Pebble Beach, hitting great golf shots.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend,
and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began. We started. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.